Hello, it's Greg Maxwell with Amicus Settlement Planners. Wanted to chat a little bit today about a special needs trust and what a special needs trust can and cannot pay for on behalf of the beneficiary. Okay, so we chatted a little bit about the circumstances under which you'd want to consider a special needs trust. So that's for a client that's on Medicaid or SSI generally. So assuming that's the case, assuming you get a special needs trust established for that client to preserve their SSI and their Medicaid benefits, the logical question then becomes, okay, what can the trust be used for on behalf of the client and what are the restrictions? Okay, so in general terms, the trust can be used for anything that the beneficiary needs for his benefit, his or her benefit, except for food and shelter expenses. And the reason for that is because that's what SSI is paying that client $771 a month for, at least in 2019. So the government does not allow you to use money in the trust for those two things, food and shelter expenses. Okay? Shelter expenses generally means rent and basic utilities. So sewer, water, electricity, gas. Those things the client's going to need to use their SSI payment to cover most of the time. But anything else that the client needs, anything from vacations for the client to a vehicle to the client, for the client to use, to couches, TVs, furniture, anything that Medicaid doesn't pay for medically, glasses, hearing aids, dental work, things that Medicaid doesn't cover. The trust can cover all of those things. So they're pretty flexible. Of course, there is a trustee that's in charge of the trust account. The client, him or herself, doesn't have direct access, and those are just part of the rules. But while they're not as easy as just having your own debit card and swiping it for whatever you want, it's the closest thing that these clients have in most cases to be able to receive settlement funds and be blessed by that settlement and those funds, and also continue to receive the Medicaid benefits and the SSI monthly check that a lot of them are really emotionally attached to, and in most cases they really need. So that's just a basic overview. We can talk in a lot more detail if you have a case that you're considering where a special needs trust might be helpful, and we can talk about the specifics of that case, and we'll make sure that your client understands exactly how it works, of course, before it's implemented. But give me a call if you have any questions.